Gamergate, it's me again. Shitlords, shitladies, and again, the hamster in a man suit. What, 2 days after the last video? Why so soon? Because I can't fucking sleep. And now that I'm getting tired enough to maybe go lay down, I gotta be up in less than an hour to go take the boy to school. So, find something to do. Well, let's find something to do, and that thing to do apparently is going to be bitch about stuff on the internet, because that is the high point of intellectual exercises. Um, let's talk about things. Eric Kane did an article. Just I found it yesterday, but discussing the origins of Gamergate, what he thinks the real purpose is, uh, and I can't fault him on it. He connects the idea that a lot of us have been connecting for a while now, is that this isn't just, hey, there's the Zoe post and then the Gamers Dead articles and then Gamergate. It's years of stupid little shit being thrown at us. Now he says it's basically that first anger has just been burning this entire time, and I think it's more they've been piling oily rags in the corner of the basement, and this is the fucking errant cigarette butt that's burning their house to the ground. Uh he I take issue with his idea that again take issue with his idea that game reviews can't be objective, and I think it deals with the terminology we're using. I don't mean objective, and I don't think most people in Gamergate, and if you disagree, by all means, tweet me, put it in the comments, whatever. I don't think we mean objective the way he's talking. We're not talking. We want you to give us a technical breakdown and tech specs and then shut the fuck up. What we mean is we want you to divorce your political, ideological opinion away from the basis of the game in regards to how you're reviewing it. So if we're just checking your site for is the gameplay easy to understand? Are the graphics crisp? Are there any bugs? How's the sound? Done. We shouldn't have to sit there and go, okay, well, he said the gameplay was a 5 out of 10. Let me read through. Oh, he doesn't like the fact that the female character kicks high. So he rated the gameplay low and the graphics low and the music low because it offends his delicate puritanical sensibilities. And that's what this is. There's this big push in Gamergate to refer to SJWs as bigots. In a lot of ways they are, but this is Puritan. Take it from someone who was raised in the Bible Belt of the Deep South. This is a Puritan movement. We've got to drive sin from the world, and that means we have to drive all things that are sinful. And of course, the people who are in power are the ones deciding what the sin is and what makes people sin. But bigot is shorter characters than less characters than puritanical, so I can also see why that's popular on Twitter. The other thing he posits is the idea that there's no rebuttal site, and that got me thinking. Gamergate, why don't we, instead of making all of these thousands of other fucking goddamn fucking sites that we're doing, Tech Raptor, Niche Gamer, all of these sites, we can't give our support to all of them because there's a lot of them. Why don't we congregate? Why don't we start our own rebuttal site? Hey, Polygon did an article about how Bayonetta 3 is still a flying fuck toy and it's horrible for women. So why don't we fucking see if we can find an interview with the developer talking about the design of the character and rebut it. And when they complain about it, simply just say, what's different than what you're doing? Just a thought. And now, slightly off Gamergate, but still in Gamergate. I'm going to talk about Patreon. No, don't worry, I'm not going to start going, hey, by the way, there's a Patreon link down there. And that's not what I'm doing. I read a lot of webcomics. I am someone who doesn't work spends a lot of time with a son who plays by himself, who plays with me, but at times he just, like, he wants to take a nap and watch YouTube. What the fuck do I do? Well, I can't really get into a video game because a lot of the games I want to play, he really wants to watch, and then a lot of the games I play are MMOs, and I sign in for 5 minutes, get the fucking bored to tears, and sign the fuck out. So, what the fuck do I do? Well, I've been reading webcomics since before I knew my wife, so 2002. A lot of it's muscle memory and habit. Well, a lot of webcomics have gone to a Patreon system to supporting themselves. And there are a couple that are doing it in ways that are aggravating to me. And here's why. There are two in specific, but the reason I'm on this right now is one specifically did an update. They have their Patreon rewards are the first Patreon reward is a 3 update a week schedule, no missed updates, guarantee this will be 3 days a week. Well, this is their first update since November 14th. Apparently dropped on December 12th, but I checked them 2 days ago and it wasn't up there then, so what do I know? No update, though. Nothing on the blog, nothing on the site, nothing explaining this absence. Because there's another website I go to that does a really good job. If he's going to, he has a 5-day-a-week schedule. But part of his Patreon awards is he's also doing a full comic page every day. He's doing a 4-panel strip every day. And he's doing a sketchbook entry every day. And he realizes that's a lot of fucking work. And he wasn't prepared for it. So when he misses an update, he makes sure you know what the schedule's going to be. He makes sure you know why he's missing the update. And that's it. But this guy at this other site missed a month. And no word until this strip. And this strip explains he's been doing something on the back end with his store page. So you can buy stuff from him and give him more money that way. But in it, he has a little straw man representing the internet, saying, well, I understand, you're not just a free content monkey, and you've got a life outside of this. You're not no one is a free content monkey. But when you go to Patreon, you're not free content anymore. You're paid for content. Now, you make that content available to everybody, but there is a group of people who are paying you a wage to do the job you've said you're going to do. That goes for game developers, that goes for comic book artists, that goes for musicians. If you're going through Patreon and you're setting up a schedule you're going to do something on, Kickstarter too, but we'll get into Kickstarter because you've already got the money by the time it's done. Patreon is a monthly thing. That's why it bothers me. You are being given a salary by the people who are willing to support you. If you put up a schedule, follow it. If you want to change the schedule, if you need to change the schedule, if there has to be an alteration in it for a period of time, notify everyone. But that's just me. So I want to put a call out for people to, if someone does this on Patreon, if someone cannot, now I understand strips that don't have an update schedule. I understand game developers who don't have an update schedule. I understand all of that. Then don't worry about it. But if you promise an update schedule, that's part of your pay. That's part of the reason you're being paid. So, shoehorn to that end. Let's talk again about some of the personalities of the pro-corruption side. Well, we've seen Sarah Butts and her wackadoo fucking tweets about she thinks everyone in Gamergate should lose their job and lose their homes because they're all just terrible, horrible, hateful people. But she loves everyone, but, some people just gotta suffer. There's Devi Ever, now Pixel Goth, or whatever the fuck she calls herself now. There's, of course, Brianna Wu, constantly tweeting crazy shit. I still have not seen any fucking context for the God promised me a uterus tweet, but maybe there just isn't any. There's Movie Bob, who... Who's Movie Bob? Let's just be honest. I could probably do another video just about how fucking batshit he's gotten. There's Jim, who, between Jim and Movie Bob, argued that Grand Theft Auto being kept out of stores is not censorship. Kinda is. No, it's It's the same as when Walmart refused to sell Sheryl Crow albums because she fucking had a song about how you can just go to Walmart and any kid can go to Walmart and buy bullets. Okay, I can understand that you don't sell that. That is your right to do it as a business, but it is still a form of censorship. You're specifically making it so people who might want to buy it don't have it available to them if you're the only outlet. Hatred got pulled. Hatred got put back. So really nothing to say about that. But all these people make the same fucking argument when Papers, Please, when the Apple Store decides to say, hey, you can't put nudity in Papers, Please. People are like, oh my god, they're being censored. I thought governments needed to censor. I thought government was needed to censor, guys. Didn't you? Isn't that what we keep getting told, is that it needs a government ability, unless apparently it's an art game? Now that got stopped too. Apple's like, oh shit, we didn't mean to do that, It's just an automatic system. If it detects penis, it says no. But there's that. But let's talk about it for a minute. Anita Keys, all these fucking wackadoos, Macintosh, who are now making a living. These sites, Polygon, Kotaku, who are making a living inflaming us. Stop feeding them. Gamergate, from me to you. Stop fucking feeding them. Stop retweeting them. Stop screen capping them. Well, stop retweeting the screen caps. Feel free to keep track of their screen caps in case they try to pull something down the road, but stop giving them attention. Revolution 60, Brianna Wu's game. I would have never heard of it. Most people would have never heard of it if not for Gamergate. And she knew that, and that's why she picked a fight with Gamergate. To get the attention. Now she's got fucking Oculus Rift tweeting at her in discussions. Of course, she's yelling at them not to mansplain to her. But stop tweeting them. Stop responding to them. Stop acknowledging them. Just be done. Just erase them from your fucking history. Unless you're someone who is archiving these people's tweets to make sure they can't go back later and go, well, I never said anything like that. Just leave them the fuck alone and don't fucking deal with them. Block them. Shut them up. Because they're not doing anything constructive. All they're doing is distracting and drawing attention. They're getting you to say something they can take out of context and claim you're a harasser. Because you can't prove a negative. You can't prove you didn't harass them. All they have to do is prove that you might have. Because that's the culture they want to create, is innocent until proven guilty out the window. Now it's guilty until proven innocent, and you can't prove you didn't commit that murder. All you can do is that it's likely someone else did. You can't prove you didn't do something. All you can do is prove you did something else. And I've said that before. We need to stop arguing harassment. And we have for the most part, but they're still using it. So ignore them. They don't want to talk about ethics. They don't want to talk about fucking fair treatment. They don't want to talk about anything but puritanical bullshit, illusory patriarchy, and harassment. So ignore them. If they keep tweeting you, ignore them longer, and then cite it for harassment. Report them as harassers. It's what they're fucking spam reporting people who aren't even harassing as harassment, and they're eventually getting their Twitter just taken away because, well, if you get reported enough times, even if it's a fault in the system, we will delete your account automatically. Good fucking system you guys got there. No one could take advantage of that. Oh, wait. Roguestar Games. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, his account got permanently deleted because it got fucking suspended enough times because of bullshit. Ignore them. If they refuse to be ignored, put them as harassers. Put them as spam. It's time we stop playing into their fucking hands. It's time we stopped jerking around and playing this like it's a fucking board game. We're playing fucking Chutes and Ladders, and we're getting distracted. It's time we fucking focus. We pay the fuck attention, and we get the shit fucking done. We're not trying to drive out SJWs. We need to get that out of our head, because you can't drive out a group of people and call yourself inclusive. What we're trying to do is drive a nail in that says everyone gets the right to speak, and everyone gets represented by anyone who calls himself a consumer fucking advocate. We need to rebut. That's what we do now. That's what Gamergate should be. When you post an article saying, hey, the guys who created hatred are just all fucking worthless, misogynist teenagers who sleep in their own cum rags, there needs to be a site that is set up for us to rebut them. Not just posting in their comment threads and fucking screen capping it and tweeting it. Let's do it. Let's get this shit done, because that's the fucking thing. We need to fight for the right of everyone to speak, whether we like what they say or not. But everyone gets rebutted. Everything is open for discussion. You do not get to silence anyone ever again. This is the line we draw. This is the fight we fight. This is the fucking point. No more silence. No more censure. No more fucking ideological bullshit news. We fucking speak, and we are fucking going to be heard. Because it's not about my race. It's not about my fucking dick. It's about fucking treatment as a human fucking being. So push it. Let's get this shit done. Stop them in their fucking tracks from taking one more goddamn inch of people's voices away from them. Because we have the strength in numbers. We have the voice to do it. And we're using that voice to post porn and stupid jokes. And we can do better.